Hi everybody, it's Tim Goyetche, and a bit of good news for you all today, or for some of you today. What's been asked of me over the last 27 years, of practicing, in that people have been asking me constantly whether I'll train other practitioners or people who just want to learn the method in which I use to help and heal people. I've always declined, but I think it's time now where I'm getting to a point in my life where there may soon be a time for which I'd like to retire. And I don't want it to stop here because I think what I do and how I do it is so functional. And for those of you who are on my Facebook, you've seen the stories, you've heard from the people themselves of how functional it is. So it's time. I'm going to start training people. As of yesterday, the articles of incorporation were filed for the Goyetche Institute. I've already accumulated, I don't even know how many it is because it's hard to keep count, but there's training that's going to occur, and there's at least 150, 200 people, something in around there. I don't know because it's really hard to keep track of everybody. And it's going to start on May 15th, 2020. So it's going to occur. It's going to occur on Facebook, and just some ideas of what I'm going to be teaching. But what I do is kind of unique. It's not kind of unique. It is unique in that I incorporate many different modalities that kind of never really went together. And that's the incorporation of muscle testing or kinesiology, along with functional nutrition and tissue salts, which some people think it to be homeopathy. It's really not. Homeopathy kind of adopted it, and it's really, but anyway, it's functional nutrition. That's what tissue salts are. Along with sarcodes and nosodes, which are again adopted by homeopathy, but existed hundreds of years before homeopathy. And that's what I combine in the treatment of people. I've called it, because we had to come up with a name for it, because you just can't say it's those 5 things, and thus the however many people that are already on board and committed to take the training starting on May 15th, they've kind of voted in the use of Goyetche cellular response therapy, because it is all about cellular response and provoking a cellular response. So it's going to occur, and there's going to be training on the facial analysis, for which I've done many videos on since I've been on Facebook or YouTube, sorry. We're going to do the facial analysis for mineral deficiencies or nutritional deficiencies, as well as health issues. There's going to be kinesiology, muscle testing on several forms of muscle testing, from health kinesiology, body scanning, muscle testing, seniors and the frail, children, surrogate muscle testing, many different aspects, and it's all going to be aspects all going to be done by video. Along with that, how to properly use sarcodes and nosodes, how to pick a proper potency for what you're trying to accomplish. And from there, of course, we're going to go, and I'm going to teach you all literally everything I know. And we're going to break down categories of diseases and illness. And I'm going to tell you how the first things I look for, the first things that I'll pull out of my medicine chest to test people using the kinesiology. So we're going to go through everything from reproductive issues to autism. We're going to go to respiratory illnesses, mental health, or behavioral issues, digestive issues, and so much more, reproductive, of course, and so much more. And then we're going to break that all down. But along with that, my kind of move here is going to, even after the course, it's going to literally be a never-ending course, but after the first, I think it's 10 modules, you'll be able to request a test. There's not going to be a test up to the point of the final test. And when you can request one at any point, and at that point you can request to be tested and receive a diploma or a certificate of your competence in doing what I do. So, but along with that, afterwards, we're going to continue, and I'm going to share case studies. I'm going to continue, but I'm also going to make myself available to all of those who are continuing in the program through Facebook. It's going to be done through a Facebook private group, or actually probably multiple private groups, because they now allow for training and education and doing some quizzes and testing. But I'm going to make myself available so that if you are a practitioner, or again, somebody who just wanted to learn, you have a problem client that you don't, or patient for which you don't know, you're kind of uncertain how to go with, I'll be available in that group to answer your questions and give you some suggestions on where to go and what to consider. So I'll be your consultant for as long as I can until I retire. But anyway, beyond that, it's going to be about $100 US per month, which is $130 Canadian. And I think I have to do Canadian dollars in order to satisfy the Canadian Revenue Agency's taxation. For Canadians. US, there's no tax, but for Canadians, at this time, until it becomes a recognized and accredited place of education, then the tax is removed. But for now, Canadians will have to pay tax. But anyway, that's what's going to happen. It's starting May 15th, which is next month, 2020, May 15, 2020. Anybody who'd like to train, you must add me on Facebook as a friend. If your account is private, anonymous with a fake name, and I can't figure out who you are, you have to consider that I really have to be careful about this and a lot of things in which I say, because health authorities don't like us talking about a lot of things. But I'm going to talk about them, and it's going to be my opinion, and you're going to actually pay for my opinion, which makes it legal. Anyway, but if you look in the video description below the video itself, there will be a link to send me a friend request, and there'll be a link to the actual private. There's currently like I said, not private, but semi-private Facebook group right now for people who want to commit to the training, and give you some more details on what's going to happen, the time commitments, how long it's going to occur, because this is the first time I'm doing it. So right now, it's going to be a learn as you go process. But that's it, folks. For anybody who wants to be trained, it's coming in just about 4 weeks. May 15th is the current tentative date. And anybody who's wanted this and has tortured me, now's your chance. I just thought I'd let you know. And that's it for today, folks. Maybe I'll see some of you on Facebook and in the private group, and we'll get to work together. Bye for now.